Hello. Third video coming at ya. Didn't do my hair before the video. Oh well. So what I want to talk about is this idea that we can't go through things without people. Loneliness is a bad thing. We have to pretend that we're always okay. We can't take time for ourselves to go process what we're going through, and we aren't supposed to search within. You go to a therapist and that's all, like, they listen to you, but ultimately what you have to do to fix yourself is search within and not fear the change and not fear what you're starting to understand within yourself. And don't get so wrapped up in what everybody's told you, and then when you tell people, they're gonna look at you like you got 10 heads, because most likely people are gonna do that only because they haven't done it themselves. They haven't gone inside and figured out their own issues. So as you're doing it and you're starting to speak on your connectivity to the universe and understand the divine being that you are, and understand that you are so loved by the universe, and that it wants to give you things. It wants to treat you with the greatest good of all good. And you get rid of those ideas that if you're not going to that Halloween party tonight, you're missing out on the biggest life event that you ever were gonna witness. I've had to relearn, like, literally, physically, like, cognitively. Like, I've come back to life from... I was it was like, how I could explain it is like when somebody has a stroke and they come back to using all their sensory capabilities again. They come back to, and that's how I feel, is that I lost all of my senses. I mean, I had severe TMJ, paranoia, schizophrenic type behavior. I had to go to the hospital for my heart, and it's not like a one-time occurrence. Like, I was feeling these things all day, every day, and sometimes it would heighten so bad that I would have to go really get help. But I faced it all on my own, but I created it, so I knew I had to face it. But I created the bad in my life, because we all do. Like, karma is a thing, and self-care is a thing, and self-love is the thing of all. Don't get wrapped up in what everybody else is doing. don't think that since you don't look like those people, you don't have what they have, that you need it. All you really need is a pure heart and an understanding that you're doing what you're supposed to be doing in this moment right now. There's no tomorrow, there's no yesterday. And who's with you on it? Who's like, yo, I got your fucking back no matter what happens? Who? Because most of the time it's not the people that are, it's definitely not going to be the people that are always worried about the trendiness of societal structure, parties, being a great student, and anybody who's not a great student is a failure. The judgment attitude that we have in society. And when we focus solely on ourselves and healing our shit, is when the true magic starts to form. God's magic. I said God. Call it what you want it. Like, I'm not saying there's a dude up in the sky that's looking down on us, judging our every move. I think we already get our treatment based off of how we're acting in each moment. And we get what we give, and we receive what we deserve. You know, there's a lot of limits people put on themselves because they don't understand that every action is leading to the next thing for me. So that's why I'm so excited about talking about reconstructing our minds to controlling our energy field and controlling our outcomes with that, because that is powerful. We give our energy away, then all that's gonna come back to us is showing us that we don't have the power. We have to realize certain things inside of ourselves, and we have to come clean on our shit. And we don't have to hang out with the same people we've been hanging out with our whole lives. We're not bound by anything. The only thing that we're bound by is divine love. Everybody has that feeling inside of them that they want to love the people around them. A lot of the time we get wrapped up in the bad things that have happened with those people, or the fear of losing those people, that we don't savor the moment we're in with them and just be. And just know that we're working towards a better life for ourselves and the people around us. As long as we know we're doing that, it doesn't matter what's happening in your outer world in the moment, because your outer world will change for your best good if you're giving your best every day. And not just saying it, not just saying like, oh, these things need to come to me and I deserve this. And no, like you need to put in the work, the soul work, the emotional healing, the mental clearing. There's so much, I believe in the zodiac. I believe that we all have different traits that we possess, and they're all for a specific reason. I feel like we were designed specific for what our mission is right now. And I believe that some people wake up to their mission and some people don't. they will in another life form, in another lifetime. Don't get wrapped up in the Illuminati. Like, you are on scheduled programming. You are programmed to live your life one way, and that's how you see it. And then you wonder why you don't understand your pain, and everything's categorized, like depression is categorized, and certain things like trauma is trauma, and it can be figured out by you. I don't care what it is. I believe that a healthy mind and a healthy soul will give you all the answers that you need. Whether it comes to eating right, whether it comes to fitness, whether it comes to what your activities are, hobbies, it all plays a part. It's like when your mind, body, and spirit are all aligned together, it's like a fucking force, like a massive force as one, and it's who you are. And they're not telling you this. And when I say I'm saying like the media is controlled by the Illuminati, is what I believe. And I know that's cuckoo. I don't care, because I know what I know. I believe what I believe. And that's cool with me. So they control these radio stations, these TV stations. They make out the guys, like you look at a guy like Jim Carrey, who's a completely Christ conscious soul, who is looked at as some freak, some crazy freak who lost his sense of reality, when he's actually completely tuned into it. And that's what I'm talking about. Like, I'm not saying like I know conspiracies can get a little crazy, and I try to look at both sides. I'm just saying there is a way that we are programmed, and it's getting worse and worse with social media. And you don't see what's going on in any way. The government hides everything, and they tell you what they want to tell you. History, we have an idea from what we learned in school, but how do we even know the depth of certain things that we're learning in school, you know? Like, other than like math and literature, English, like history, like what really went down. Because we can watch, in today's society, we see it even more now because of social media too, which is the good part of it, that like there's a lot of bullshit that goes on with these campaigns, and how crooked people have become, and it's definitely being like thrown out there more. And violence with cops, I mean, it's definitely an exciting time to be alive, because I feel like it's easier for conscious minds to connect now. Like I have a great friend now, who I didn't know, like I knew of him in college, but didn't ever think that we'd become as close as we have over the last month, just talking about where we are on our path. And it's cool, and it just shows wherever you are on your frequency is what you're going to connect with. And that connection's also very interesting to me, because we both kind of went through college together. but separate, and we've experienced the same people, the same type of atmospheres, which is cool. And to see like how tuned in he is and sharing of his message is pretty cool. And how open he is, because I've talked to him, had deep conversations, and I've barely known him, you know. And there's certain people in your life that you're gonna come across, and they'll impact that forever. I mean, yeah. My friend Jen, she's definitely somebody that I can go to with whatever, and won't feel the slightest judgment. We need to start to open ourselves up to ourselves and all of our feelings and all of our fears, and just throw them down and just let go and just surrender and say, you know what, I'm okay where I'm at, as long as I know that I'm working to help myself, as long as I'm helping myself every day, as long as I have the idea that I want to have better. And better not as more. Better as in more fulfilled inside. Happiness. So that I can spread it out to the people that deserve it. And everybody deserves it. But I'm just saying, in my life, there are certain people that I need to show up for completely, and who deserve my energy completely. And those people have shown up more and more, and they will continue to, because of this kind of stuff too. Like, somebody comes across the video and they hit me up like, yo, I love what you're doing, whatever. And that's what this is for. That's what's beautiful about having a platform on YouTube. The divine masculine consciousness is so crucial, because I feel like the feminine, the female, the divine females, they're so in touch, because women don't have so many ego battles with themselves that men do. So it takes us longer to get to a point of peace, an understanding of like divine love and care for ourselves, because we're so used to having to be strong, and emotion is weak, and men, we need to be emotional. We need to, and that's what I'm gonna promote in my next video. I'm gonna talk about that more. But yeah, like the goddesses on the earth, like, they really need to be worshipped for the beauty that they possess. Like, imagine this world without them. Like, there's so many powerful women out here that I'm coming across that I'm like, holy shit, like, for the men, man, I gotta do this for the men. We're really lacking. Like, there's not many masculine energies out there that are transforming boys into men. And shit, I'm going through my own transformation into manhood, you know, like, fucking, it's deep, it's dark, it's scary, it's beautiful, it's awareness, it is all of the above, it is everything, man. So worth it. And it's what I live for. I live for this now. I live for my own growth. I live for trying to spread it the best ways that I can. I'm just breaking free, and I'm just touching the brim of what I'm what is really happening, you know, and I'm starting to understand it more and more, and I'm okay with where I'm at. I'm not judging myself like I need to be doing more. I need to be. I am, but I am learning that I don't need to do that. Actually, is what I should say, and that I'm on my way. You know, as Meek Mill once said, "I'll be on my way." Yeah. I hope this video did its justice. I don't really know where else to go with this. I think that I said a lot, and I hope that it meant a lot to you. I hope that you took some of it in and digest it well, motherfucker. Please, if you did enjoy the video, share it to a friend, just one person, and see how they feel about it. Like it up, comment it up, subscribe it up. I got 2 subscribers. Shout out to Jen. Shout out to my cousin. So, thank you guys. And have an awesome day. Have a happy Halloween weekend.